Hey there, welcome to another video. Today we are playing some more Town to City. We are back in Fontbrac, and hopefully today is going to be the day we complete everything. I know I said in the last video we wanted to do that, but there was a lot more to do than expected. And we keep getting this notification that we have a request, so I think let's just go ahead and get right into gameplay. And let's take a look at this request. My darling loves honey and wax candles, so I've put up some beehives on our farm. Except I'm wildly fearful of their stings. Maybe you should stick to wheat or grapes? Easy solution. Wear a protective bee suit. Yeah, wear a protective bee suit. No, no, no. What I need is a farm dog to herd the bees while I extract the honeycomb. Okay. Don't question how this works, it simply will. I don't really... Okay, whatever. So, honey herding. Place a farm sign, place additional flowers around the farm, place a dog... place a dog house and assign a dog to their house. Well, let's look in our economy menu for our pet inventory. We have some dogs. So let's assign Romeo here. Oh. Okay, we unlocked a lot of things right there. Looks like a lot of plaza decorations. We finally have the fountains. However, I want to go to the farm decorations and get our farm sign. Honey sign will go right there. We need to place some more flowers and a dog house. Well, let's place the dog house back here. Honestly, I'll do these single ones and we'll create a little flower patch in the front. We need just a few more, so let's put in some yellow. I really like this mix, yellow, pink, and white. I think it looks really pretty. All right, we finished up that request. Ha! I've extracted all the honey without a scratch. The dog got stung 18 times though? Oh, poor thing. Good thing she's tough, unlike me. Okay, I feel bad giving him a dog now. I'm going to unlock some more items in our research menu. Let's get these stone bridges because we have the points for it. And let's take a look in our farm research menu. We are almost done. I'm so excited. So let's get the global farming. This allows Belvau to reach all the crops from Fontbrac. And part of my goal for today is to get all of the farms up and going, ensure they have enough crops to keep us going in Belvau and to have a little bit of extra room for them as well, because we may have to come back and expand the farms in the future. We also need to keep building up our town residents because we need to get some more workers for the farmers. So I'm thinking of getting a handful of resident homes up here near the farm area. Maybe I adjust a bit of this terraforming so we can fit a few more homes. And we have another request. Jeez, these people just keep asking so much of me. Oh, I didn't have the color randomization on, so let's just change these colors real quick. And let's get a few townsfolk in. We don't have any food over here or homeware. So I think let's get a bistro over here. Almost as if the farmers sold the front portion of their land. And I know I just keep adding more buildings and we should just really work on getting these ones operational, but why do that? So these ones aren't being supplied. We need to get another warehouse going. Let's do that right away. We'll put this warehouse over here. So it's kind of close to other people. And we can always adjust the connections in the future to make this warehouse service more buildings close by to it. Game is automatically doing that for me right now too. Just about. We can fix it up just about. So we'll add this person here. We still need one more worker. Okay. I need to work out some more home locations. I'm thinking maybe down here we'll put a few more. Got even more houses, and let's just put a few trees around them. Let's add these warehouse workers. All right, let's look at this request now. Our lavender is so beautiful. Certainly, my child, but woe is us. A twist in the legend? No, our lavender fields are getting raided by birds. Mayor, could you help chase them away? This quest, we need to place fences or hedges to protect the lavender, place light sources to keep an eye on the lavender, place scarecrows around the farm, place a dog house to help scare away the birds. Let's do the tall hedges. I don't like this. Okay. And it all has to be in this little circle area. Okay, are we good? We're gonna do something sneaky here. Okay, that's hilarious. Just because it's in the quest circle. All right, Smithy is gonna have to get some hedges too. Okay, I'm just gonna do that and delete this little one after. We need to place light sources to keep an eye on the lavender, place some scarecrows. Why do we need to place so many? I don't enjoy how everything has to be in this quest circle, because what do you mean? 10 scarecrows, we need 15 lights, like, this is crazy. And we need to place a doghouse, okay. The birds are scattering. Scarecrows, fences, and a doghouse. A brilliant combination of bird dispelling techniques. A few birdhouses would have done the trick too. Child, don't be so disrespectful. It's true though, birdhouses. Give them a try next time. Ooh, and we got some birdhouses. Okay, well, let me just remove some excess items here. We'll delete these hedges and I'll just leave everything else. The game is trying to tell us we have some new items to research. We can get our home exchange style, and as soon as we are done the flower automation, we are all done with Fontbrac and we'll be heading back over to Belvau. So let's just add a few more people because we need to get this place operational before we move on. And let's look at this request. I'm a little in over my head. Could you help me out? It's my dream to set up the most complete farm in the region. I'm talking cows, I'm talking sheep. I'm talking a who's a good boy, best boy, fluffy little shepherd dog. So he already has a pet. We need to harvest lots of wool and have lots of milk. Let's see, let's edit this. Now I want to be sure that I'm leaving room for our farmers because I want to ensure we can come back and expand if need be, because we may add a lot of buildings in Belvau and we may not have enough crops to supply them all. So we're gonna have to have extra to ensure we have enough. The farm is up and running now. We've got cows, we've got sheep, we've got a coochie coochie coo. Go get him, handsome. Attaboy, there's a good farm dog. Thanks, Mayor. That is a man who loves his dog. Let's get some fences up for our animals real quick. Now, since we have wool over here, I think I'm gonna come down to this person and I'm gonna change up what they are farming. We don't have medicinal herbs. I think let's just go ahead and we'll put those in here. We'll move this fence and we'll give a little opening. Perfect. There, makes a little more sense. I was just trying to figure out which crop we didn't have, and we don't have pumpkins available. So I honestly think I'm gonna put this farmer on the other side and the pumpkin crops are going to be where the farmhouse was. It's just going to leave us with a bit more space for the crops. All right, let's add our pumpkins here. No granary workers. Okay. Let's be honest, if we add any more crops to the farms that we have, we're gonna need another granary. So I think let's bite the bullet right now, get another granary so we don't have to fiddle around with this in the future. We'll distribute the workers in the granaries that we already have. We'll distribute the farms and it will be a lot better as we expand and add crops to all of the farms that are existing. And we have finally gotten our last item in the farm research menu. This means once we get everything together, we switch over some granary workers. We are going to be operational. It's super exciting. Okay, in order to make sure everyone is going to be happy in Fontbrac, I need to get even more residents in just so we can have workers. Go to our city and we'll get the wooden furniture decorations. Let's do that. And I am kind of going fast, not adding decorations right now because I am excited to get back to Belvau and start up our artisan class. Like, keep expanding that town even more. And I do really enjoy having the divide, this being the farm town and all of your crops being here. When you need to increase something, you just come back over here and you do that. I think it's a really nice system and I enjoy how it works. We don't have any bubbles, no one's sad, everything is getting the proper transportation it needs. And I think it is time to move back over to Belvau. We have completed all the requests in Fontbrac. We have spent 25 days in Fontbrac, so that is pretty good. Compared to only 19 in Belvau, we are heading back over and continuing Belvau. It has been a long time since we have seen Belvau. We have a quest here that we have to get done. And I think one of my main things coming back to this town will be building up our artisan class residents. So we kind of got a taste of different citizens with the farming citizens. Artisans are very similar. There are certain buildings that will only allow artisans to work there. And artisans are actually a requirement for us to move to the next stage. We need to have 30 artisans at 60% happiness, which shouldn't be too hard as long as we are making sure all their needs are being met. With that being said, I want to do a tiny bit of setup before we get our artisan residents in our town. Firstly, we honestly want to have a section of the town that has a lot of luxury items for the artisans that'll make them extra happy. So before we start building up our artisan residents, I think let's work on this quest area, a place without work. I honestly think back here would be really nice. We make a bit of a park. For this request, we need to have seating, fences, flowers, picnic benches, and trees. So this shouldn't be too difficult. We just have to kind of, all of the wooden decor, okay. So we just have to kind of have fun and make a little park area. Hello, I meet you. Hello, you and I talk? Talk about what? Work? So we have some people who are desiring pets, and we actually don't have a pet shelter here. And we can actually get our artisans. Okay. A second class of residents in your city. Assign a family to the artisan houses to turn them into artisan class residents. All artisan adults are available as artisan workers. As you grow your city, you will unlock more commerce buildings that can only be operated by artisans. Artisans demand more than townsfolk. They require more luxury from their commerce buildings to be happy. Artisans also become unhappy when they do not receive enough luxury. So kind of why I was wanting to hold off on building them up, and why I felt the farm town wasn't going to be ideal for them, because they do need quite a bit of luxury items. I'm honestly thinking we start an artisan area up here on the hill. I might cut back this pond just a tiny bit. Happy feels like we have a little bit more space to work with. We have some artisan resident homes. We also have the Fontbrac home style. So these are the Belvau style artisan homes. And these ones are the Fontbrac style resident homes. I don't know which one I like more. I'll probably be using a mixture of them, to be honest. Okay, to start, let's place down some homes. Oh my gosh. Random wasn't on, so one sec, let me just change the color of all these. Gosh, I hate when I don't notice the randomization isn't on and I have to go back and do it all. Actually, we'll just hook this back up here. Right here, you can see there is a luxury points system. So we need to have 12 luxury points for our artisans, and right now, only the optician, the bistro, and the butcher are contributing to those luxury points. When you click on an item, you can see Hatter, and beside it, to the right, there is a 3 with a diamond. That means that supplies 3 luxury points for our artisans. We can be pretty strategic, like the dressmaker has 4 luxury points, so we're really gonna have to keep an eye on those for our artisans specifically. I think a pub is going to be perfect for the artisans. We'll have a little pub right by the lake. I think that's perfect, or I guess pond is a better description for it. It's not a huge lake, actually. Decorations can also help the artisans quite a bit. So let's add some lights. And we need more warehouse workers. We can do that. Okay, so let's take a look now. We are at 11 luxury points, so it is quite easy as long as you are aware of what actually helps your artisan members. So we have a clockmaker. However, I'm a little worried that only artisan people can work here, but we're gonna see, I guess. If that's the case, it's gonna be a kind of vicious cycle of needing artisans, but the artisans not being happy. Before I forget as well, because I keep seeing this little goose icon up here, we need to get an animal shelter in our town. I think it would be really cute to have the animal shelter be somewhere downtown. Maybe we put it on the main road over here. And then we are going to be able to assign pets to all of our workers here. So no workers. I was correct. We need artisans. Okay. And already a new request. Yeah, I know it's probably the artisans. They probably aren't too happy, but as soon as we get this going, they're happy? What? Okay, we just needed another worker, and now they are all happy. And we can already get our clock tower because our artisans are 80% happy. However, we can't upgrade yet until we have 30 artisan residents at 82% happiness. So we're gonna have to wait just a little bit. And didn't I place someone down who wanted a goose? I did, okay. I need to get them their goose that we don't have. Okay. Well, let's take a look at our request. Don't you think our house could do with some fancy fences? Something to make it stand out from the rest. That'll show them who has the best taste in town. Yes, please surround our house with the prettiest fences available. That And I seriously don't like how these look, unfortunately. So... you put up such pretty fences. Yeah, I did. Fancy those fences. You came through and then some. I feel a little boxed in now, though. Oh well, at least I have the prettiest house in the area. What do you think? It really livens up the neighborhood. A little garish, but what if everyone demands those fences now? Yeah. What a nightmare. I'll be back at square one trying to outdo everyone else. Don't scare me like that. Well, maybe just don't feel like you have to compete with everyone. Because I'm just getting rid of those fancy fences. You don't get your fancy fences. Okay, so we have somebody who desires to have a pet dog. I believe we just adopted one. Yes, Emmanuel. So you will go live with them. I need to add a few more townsfolk buildings. Or maybe I should just start upgrading these ones. Yeah. And then we can put some more townsfolk in there, because the pub only takes townsfolk to work there, as where the warehouse can take townsfolk and artisans to work there. So I guess we could just actually move around some people then. We need to add another food building over here. I think a winery is a great addition for our artisans over here. Hopefully we are going to have enough grapes in our farm town. 50, okay. So that means we're gonna have to pop back over to Fontbrac real quick so I can increase the grapes we have. So give me one quick sec. Okay, winery is up and going after I increased the crop amount of our grape farmer. And we have a request. Everyone says I'm reading too much. Apparently I have an unhealthy obsession with books and should get out more. Well, I'll show them my idea of outdoor activity. Could you create a reading spot near my house? One with a bench, a good amount of shade, and a light source, in case my novel outlasts the day? Well, you know what? Let's just do that real quick before we end the video. That looks like a comfy reading spot. It's absolutely perfect. I intend to do a great deal of dreaming away here, swept up in my favorite novel. Awesome. And with that, everyone, I think this is a great place to stop for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what you think we should add to our town next. I'll see you in the next video.